you ever given any thought to the sadomasochism inherent in human nature? I don't mean bondage like whips and chains. I mean the relationship between pain and pleasure, in whatever form they may take, inherent in human culture. About how pleasure is so often denied until one first goes through pain. Let's start small. Have you ever been told that if the good things in life weren't difficult to obtain, you'd take them for granted? I have. Oh, you won't appreciate what you have if you don't have to work for it. Yeah, right. I'm supposed to experience the frustration of denial and the annoyance of really hard work before I'm able to appreciate having something I want? Seriously? Because my pleasure or appreciation will derive from what that thing I wanted does for me, not how hard I had to work to obtain it. But the principle is still there. Without first experiencing pain, however minor, pleasure cannot be enjoyed. Or so they say. Let's look at primitive tribes for a second. Some strapping young lad hits whatever age these tribesmen deem as adulthood, and to be considered an adult or a full member of the tribe, he's got to pierce something, or cut something off, or get some gnarly tattoo, or go kill a lion before he's considered a full member of the tribe. Once again, pleasure is earned through hardship, status comes after a trial. And is that so different from, say, a fraternity hazing? I've seen those movies or heard those news stories. Bunch of guys get a new pledge and they make him drop trow and say, "Thank you, sir, may I have another," as they paddle his ass. Or to make him dress in drag and serve drinks at a frat party, or whatever. True story. I was walking down Church Street in Burlington, Vermont many years ago, and I saw a couple of guys going down the street on all fours, pretending to urinate on the awning supports as they came to them. Took me a moment, but I worked out that they were trying to get into a frat. Point is, once again, the relationship between pain and pleasure, how pleasure is earned through pain, is demonstrated. In this case, the emotional pain of humiliation before the pleasure of group acceptance. Oh, but it's more than that. Like I said, there's a sadomasochistic element to all of this. Imagine bowing to a king, always calling him by some royal title like Your Majesty. You are humbling yourself before the king by bowing. You are demonstrating who is dominant and who is submissive, who is master and who is servant. And keep in mind that there are people out there who enjoy this kind of thing, who really enjoy being the dominant one, or who really enjoy being submissive, not being in a position of power. Kinda like the relationship between God and his followers, nah? Think about that. What do people say? "I'm not worthy. I am your faithful servant. I am a worthless sinner." How many religions make people bow? How many religions insist on humility and contrition? How many religions demand that you call yourself unworthy? How many religions preach sacrifice? How many religions demand that you give up something you like as a symbolic act, like during the holiday of Lent? How many demand that you deny yourself pleasure in this life in order to get to the afterlife? Religion preys upon our masochistic nature, upon the relationship between pleasure and pain, upon the notion that reward and pleasure come only after hard work and difficulty. Is this masochism, this desire to be a slave, inherent in human nature? Or do some of us overcome it? Am I just radically different from humanity in that how much I value a person, place, or thing is based around the effect it has on my life, and not how hard I had to work to obtain it? Discuss.